Hello, 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 beautiful people. How are we doing? All right, good morning, good hump day morning, and welcome to Fit, Strong, and Flexible with me, Carla Armour. Right, so those of us who are over 50, we are here to get energized and be fit, strong, and flexible. But for those of us who are not over 50, we have to remember that it doesn't start after 50, it starts way before to be fit, strong, and flexible. So it's never too early to start. Guys, I'm not going to be on long today. I know I always say I'm going to come on and just say something for our hump day live on our Fit, Strong, and Flexible over 50. I just wanted to come on first of all and just apologize for my radio silence over the past week. As some of you may know, and I will probably post it again, I have an exhibition, an art exhibition coming up in London on Monday to install. So I have been so busy just trying to make sure everything is ready for that. And yeah, so I've been a little bit distracted. Let me just have a look here. Hi, Kathy, how are you? I hope you can come to my exhibition. It's at the Tabernacle. So, yeah, and I think, yes, I also posted on Instagram, and I'm going to actually share that on this group as well, that I was at the eye clinic last week, and I was looking at these things where you have to cover one eye, and then you cover the other eye, and then she said, okay, flap this thing over your eye. It has like little perforations in it. And when you look through these perforations, I was like, oh my gosh, this is totally clear. I was like, how does this work? And she goes, totally nonchalantly, she's like, oh, it blocks off the periphery so that it makes everything in focus. I was like, holy shit, excuse my French. What a metaphor for life, because, block out the periphery and just have your focus. It's like, oh my gosh. So all of this to say that I've taken that lesson on board and really been putting a lot of time in my art studio. I was hoping to do this live in the studio, but I was just busy doing a little bit more online promotion and emails about the show, because I have to put a few hours in for that as well. It's not just the creative side, it's also the business side of being an artist and a creative and a multi-passionate entrepreneur like some of us are. And yeah, so that is why I was so silent, radio silence, because I had to focus loads on my work for the show next week. So I'm not going to be on long today. And for those of us who are on, hi, Anthe, how are you? And for those of you who are going to watch this after, I just wanted to put a heads up on that whole thing, blocking out the periphery and trying to focus in and hone in on what really is important to us. We talked about last week about the hymns and looking at your schedule of what you need to do and checking off that I am on track. So again, keeping that focus there. And I also wanted to talk about, I'm following this course, just a 2-week course with Marianne Williamson. I don't know if some of you know of her. She's, I think she's still a candidate for the American presidency, but she's been teaching a course in miracles for many, many years, decades, and the course is really teaching the teachers, so it's called. And she was talking yesterday about relationships. Was the videos. So every day you get videos and discussions about this course. It's not a long thing, it's just a short videos, but she talked about relationships. And it was such an eye-opener. She said lots of things, but the one thing that I wanted to mention here as a takeaway was that we never end a relationship. We just have different types of relationships and different phases of a relationship, which makes so much sense, because if you think, okay, so a relationship, maybe with a friend, it has its lows. You see somebody all the time and sometimes you don't see them. Sometimes she was saying in an example, you will get a divorce. Doesn't mean that you don't still have a relationship with that person, but the fact is that it's just a different phase of the relationship. Doesn't mean that you don't always have in your memory that the relationship is still in your memory. So it's still, you're still in that relationship, so to speak, is what you were saying. And it made so much sense because so many times we are in relationships and the relationships come to what we call an end, or a separation, or divorce, or even a friendship, or even a family member, she was saying, that you don't get along or something. It's fine. That's just the phase of that relationship. That's just where that relationship is now. We don't have to be all up in our head, I have to get rid of this relationship, I have to get this person out of my system. No, you just have to learn about what is it about this relationship now that I'm taking on in my life. And yes, I'm choosing not to be a participant, an active participant in that relationship at the moment. But doesn't mean we can't learn something from it and make us stronger. You know, we are made of strong stuff, and so all is available to us to just call on and to use. So I just wanted to mention about those relationships because so many of us are divorced or separated from our partners that we have been with for many years. Everybody has a different story, different journey, unique. And it's okay to just be in the moment and say, that's the relationship I'm in now. And this is the phase of it. And you know what? If not being with that person is painful, how am I going to come to terms with that? Because this is the journey I'm on right now. Of course, I can think of a few people that I am thinking of as I'm talking today, talking about this right now. But it's fine, guys. You know, every day we get up, we take a deep breath. I usually do this at the beginning. Take a deep breath, deep focusing breath. And then I release. And then you can have your focus, you know. I'm really inspired by the principles, the Pilates principles, the traditional Pilates principles. First one being of breathing. Breathing or inspiration, inspiring. Breathing, inspiration. The second one is concentration. And concentration, I believe, speaks to being aware. Because in Pilates, that's what it is. Concentration is making yourself completely and totally aware of everything that's going on in your body and in your periphery. That you know where you are in your space, right? So same thing with life. When you think of concentrating and bringing an awareness to where we need to be and an awareness, of focus to what we need to focus on. Then it talks about centering, which talks about your centering to your physical core in Pilates. But in real life, we can center onto our core values, our core mission, our core vision. What is at the heart of us, our core beliefs that make us who we are uniquely. And then what is our legacy that we have chosen to write for ourselves? And are we on target with that legacy? You know, it takes a lot of periphery all the time distracting us. Get back on track. That's centering. Then there is control. The fourth principle of Pilates talks about control. And when we think about control, we don't think that we have to control everything around us. No, we just have to control ourselves to know, in the sense that we are still on focus, that we are making ourselves ready and in purpose. So whether it's about being well, being strong, being fit, being flexible, adaptable, are we in control of what we're going to set up ourselves for to make sure that we are on target, on our focus, at our center? Then the fifth principle is flow, actually. Flow, and it talks about, what is that? Being in the flow, having a nice flowing, natural movement. When we think of a natural, lengthened, flowing movement in a beautiful rhythm, we think about our individual personal rhythm. When I teach Pilates, I talk to my clients and I say, you are in your individual rhythm. I'm not counting for you because you are on your own breath cycle. This is life. We are on our own heartbeat, on our own rhythm, our own breath cycle. And we have to claim that. You know, we have to think of it as a genuine, natural flow. And when we get into that flow state, we're just rocking our world, you know. And then when we talk about our sixth principle of precision, it speaks of symmetry. Oh God, I love Pilates, and I just love thinking about my principles of how they just are metaphors and for the life that we want to live. When we think of a precision movement, we think of a symmetrical movement. We think of being in balance with what we're doing. We think of being strengthened from within and moving in such a way that is so precise and on target. So people, I just say, let's think about our Pilates principles of being at our center, being at our core. Yeah, claim it, at your core, man. Come back to those core values, those core beliefs, those core missions. Be on target. Yeah, man, have your core vision for your life. And as I said at the beginning, the periphery, block out all that periphery. Get yourself on target, because you know what happens in the end? Everything else around you starts to flourish because it's getting your personal energy. It's getting precision. It's getting that focus. It's getting that deep inspiration. That flow is just touching everything around you. Whenever I think of my Pilates, and that's why I do Pilates every day, that's why I employ it throughout my day, because I always think of those little rhythm, that little breath, that little control, that little centering. I just keep rocking it, and I keep thinking. And when I don't do that, you know what? We get distracted. So my message is today about being at your core, being at that central focal point where you block out the periphery that's distracting us, and we just stay on target. Okay? I know everybody has something different that will definitely be a distraction, but the key I'm saying here is, first, make sure you're on target, because you can't be there for anybody else unless you are 100% present. Yeah? We know that. Look, you don't need me telling you that. Yeah? But you know what? I have to get up in the morning. I don't have it here because it's beside my bed. And I have to write down in my journal all the things I need to target myself on for the day. And sometimes it might just be 2-3 words. It might be 2-3 sentences. It might be 2 or 3 pages. Yes? Worth of free writing of just getting myself into the zone. I don't like to be too strict with that, because the thing is that sometimes you want to pushing yourself to write more and you have other things to do. Then I have another journal that's just for gratitude in the evening. Just saying, yes, I was on target, or I wasn't. And then obviously you're writing your little things of things to do for the next day. So when you get up with a charge, man. Put your feet on the ground, you drink your glass of water. Look at my this one is my third one. So this is 500 milliliters, this glass. And usually when I wake up, I have this one full. Then while I'm getting ready, I have another one full. And then I will have this one. Usually I should have drank it by now. Yeah. So I should be drinking this now as soon as I get off this call. And then I'll drink, definitely, I say to myself, 2 by 2. 2 by 2 is my motto. Okay. So that's one of the things I target. Put it by your bed. So it's there when you wake up. Because you know what? On your way... on your way to go and fill it up, what'll happen? You get distracted and you won't drink the water. Put it by the bed. If you need to put 2 by the bed, put it by the bed. I put one by the bed and I put one in the bottle, so I don't end up knocking it over. But drink your water. I'm saying that because it's one of the things I like to say, it's on target, because it's so much better for you. Makes you more flexible, lubricates the fascia in your body, it lubricates your brain so you can focus. It stops this, what you think is hunger is really thirst. It stops you from snacking on things that you shouldn't be snacking on. And I like to think of 3 liters in my day. So 2 liters by 2 p.m. And I know that I'm on track, that I can easily fit that last liter in before I go to bed. So you have so if you go to bed at 9:30, 10 o'clock, you can think, some of us go to bed at 8 o'clock. You can think from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. You definitely can get another couple of glasses in. So it's not too much to say I'm going to have 3 liters of water a day. We are using our brain all the time. So the brain needs a lot of water, guys. It's made a lot of fluids in that brain. Sometimes we get a little fuzzy, a little bit tired, can't concentrate. Drink a glass of water. Yeah, definitely. So what are we recapping here for the day? What's the the bird's eye view of this whole conversation here today? For those of you who are online with me, and welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, let me see. Oh, hi, Emma. Hi, I'm waving to Emma. I'm going to wave. I don't like when I look into the, hi, Ingrid. When I'm looking into the screen, then I'm looking all fuzzy. I've been looking at my pictures and my videos, and I'm like, what the hell is that? Yeah, but yeah, so we have to think, guys. Let's have an overview of what we were discussing. I first of all talked about the glasses thing. I'm going to post it from my Instagram onto the Facebook. And I talked about the getting things out of your periphery. Then I talked about my Pilates principles, yeah, of getting into your focus, into your core, again, about the periphery and sticking on target with what you're doing. I also was apologizing for my radio silence because of the fact that I'm just concentrating on my exhibition that's taking place, opening next week, Monday, at the Tabernacle in London. So it's a big deal for me. I'm getting a little nervous, and I'm just touching up some last little things I'm working on, that I'm sort of replacing something I thought I was going to put in. So I'm trying to touch up something that I'm finishing off. I'm trying to be sure, so that by Friday I can have everything in place, what I want to do in my little diagram that I have, sorting out for the exhibition. So guys, say a prayer for me. Keep me in your prayers as I keep you guys in my prayers. And also, you can share this information with your friends, invite other people on board with us onto the group. I promise to be a little bit more active next week when I'm at the exhibition and have a little bit more time. I can just sit there, breathe. So those of you who visited my exhibition in Dominique can know we can just have some live. I put some things live on as well. And for those of you in London, please share the information. I'll post that on the group as well. I'll try to invite everybody and share the group with people. Tell your friends about it and bring them along to the exhibition as well. Yes, so we're just talking about focusing and why I was so radio silent last week, because I've just been so swamped, just really focused, head down in my art studio. And of course, with my Pilates clients, it's been a little bit difficult to try and fit in all the filming and stuff like that. It's really a lot of work putting all these films together and stuff like that. I didn't realize how much work it was actually. Just see all these people on YouTube and think, oh, I could do this. Big mistake. But yes, but nothing worthwhile in life comes easy. Everything is work, planning, preparation, and yeah. So on that note, actually, let's see what time it is now, and to know what time it is and whether I've been on too long. Yes, I've been on too long already. So I'm going to close up here. I will definitely be keeping you all posted about what's going on with me and the exhibition and just exercise and stuff. Keep on target, people. Let's block out some of that periphery and try to keep on target with what we really want, to what's important to us in our lives, getting on to our core, feeling at our core. So I want you to say, I'm at my core. I'm at my core. I'm at my core. I want you to remember me saying that, and say that because you're at your core values. You're living alongside your core beliefs, your core values, your core mission, and you're on your legacy. You are living your legacy, not somebody else's. Okay? Put other people aside. Don't worry about them. Talking about relationships as well. Don't worry about people that are not working with you right now. It's okay. When you are your best self, you attract what needs to be attracted to you. We all know this, but it's nice to remember it. That's why I was talking about my journal. I always like to remind myself. We all need that little reminder, don't we? Okay, so thanks for watching, guys. I'll go ahead and post this on. And sorry about last week's confusion. And, but anyway, I don't need to say this on this one. You can always see it. Okay, guys. So thanks for joining. Bye. Have a fabulous rest of the week. This is Hump Day. A good day to sort of refocus on your mission. Okay, so stay at your core and stay fit, strong, and flexible, no matter what age you are. Bye.